We thank you for logging on to fan590.com. David Alter alongside Mark Masters, as per usual, of the National Post, and another Hamilton City Council meeting, and I can't believe I'm saying it, or maybe I should believe it, but nothing resolved yet. They're proceeding forward with the location, which they've already agreed upon over at Aberdeen and Longwood, but the huge development is obviously an extension that could be decided now by a new government come municipal election day.
That's right. So they now have till February 1st, 2011, in the new year. There's municipal elections on October 25th here in the city of Hamilton, and we might see some new councillors. We might see a new mayor. So, you know, who knows where this goes with the new council. A lot of the incumbents are expected to be re-elected, as is the case in municipal politics. Often the mayor's race is seen as very competitive, but we'll have to see what happens there. They have their site. A lot of people think because the site has been agreed to, this thing is over. They need money, and now they are grateful to have more time to get it. A big extension from Ian Troop and the Toronto 2015 Organizing Committee. But really, I mean, the question really now is the provincial and federal government going to cough up the money, the extra money needed? The Ticats have put in $10 million to build this thing. They said they're at their threshold. They need to make up $40 million plus whatever it costs to buy the land from CPR, because it's a CPR-owned rail yard right now. So that's the question. Where are they going to get this money? And they really didn't have the answers for that at today's meeting.
Ever since covering this story, I had always put some of the blame on Hamilton City Council for their lack of getting towards a decision. But now I think you got to put some of the blame on the Pan Am organizers here for allowing this to happen and the extensions to keep happening. If you're going to give, so it's kind of like being a parent and grounding your kid for a month and only after a day saying, okay, you served your punishment. There's just extension after extension. They make a hard deadline and they go away from it, and you're kind of begging the situation to just kind of be delayed even further. What do you think?
Well, I mean, you're absolutely right in the sense that there's been so many deadlines that it almost doesn't even seem like it matters anymore. I mean, we were talking deadlines back in July.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was when they had already passed their other deadlines. So, you know, but Ian Troop and the organizing committee have been really put in an impossible position. They want this to work in Hamilton. It needs to work in Hamilton if the Ticats are going to have a profitable future in this city. At least that's, you know, the stance of the Ticats. So what are you going to do? They don't have the numbers. They don't have the plan. Are you going to simply take it away from them? I mean, you've come this far. Every deadline that gets extended, they're less likely to pull the plug entirely just because they've given so much time and energy to it. So yeah, Ian Troop, again, they look kind of silly. All right, you got until February, but really what else are they going to do? And they're just, their fingers are really crossed at a point, and they're just saying, please find the money, make this happen, because you know that's what everyone involved in this wants.
So what's the end result do you think happens come February 1st, 2011, when we have that hard deadline? Does Hamilton finally get a stadium at this point, or I think we're going to see another delay, personally?
Well, I mean, again, who knows, right? They got to get the money. Scott Mitchell, president of the Ticats, addressed council today. He, you know, isn't confident that the private sector is going to get involved. That's what apparently the federal and provincial government officials are telling Hamilton City Manager Chris Murray behind closed doors, is you have to get private sector involvement. And Scott Mitchell, and both, you know, Chris Murray has also said, we're going to be hard pressed to get private sector involved because the private sector likes making money. And this site that they've chosen, although there's a lot of good things about it, you know, it's not something that where there's a lot of development where private businesses are going to make a lot of money. So that's the issue that they're staring at right now. Someone's going to have to blink somewhere. Provincial government, federal government, someone in the private sector, and that's what's going to have to happen. I think by February 1st we will, you know, have something set. You know, I've said it before, though.
Yes.
So
yes.
We'll see.
Well, Ian Troop, in his city report that was dated on October 8th, which is about 4 days before this meeting happened, stated that they want to avoid a Delhi-like situation. We all know what's happened over at the Commonwealth Games right now. It'll be interesting to see if the city of Hamilton is involved in anything like that, and if the Pan Am Games can get off to a great start, because right now it looks like they're a little bit behind. Of course, you can catch Mark Masters' work at nationalpost.com, or you can even pick up the paper. We thank you for logging on to fan590.com.